Hey guys, Joey from Class J Video Productions. Just gonna make a video on this radio and its accessories. Y'all probably remember when I got this from my aunt and uncle as a get well soon present while I was in the hospital. This is a collaboration radio from Baofeng and Radioddity. This is their UV5RX3 tri-band model. I only use two of the bands, the 160 through 162 VHF band and the 452 and 457 part of the UHF band. So anyway, just a couple of things I wanted to talk about with the accessories. This right here, I got this for Christmas a while back, so this was separate. This is a Mirkit antenna, which is a collaboration with Baofeng. You can see there's a frequency ring on the back here. Let it come into focus. Let's see. There we go. You got FM, which is the 65 to 108 megahertz. 136 to 174, 400 through 470. So that covers FM and railroad and the EOT, how to train, among others. Now these are the stock antennas that came with the radio itself. You can see that one is a little bit shorter than the other. These also have the little frequency rings displayed at the bottom. This is a 136 to 174 and 400 to 520 megahertz. So this antenna actually has a higher range than the previous antenna I showed you. I think this is a 6-inch or whereabouts antenna. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, just a standard antenna that came with the radio. Now here's the one. This is a secondary antenna that came with the radio itself. It's a little shorter, but as you can see, the frequency ring says 145 to 230 and 245 to 260. So this can still receive the original AAR standard bands as well as the weather band. But as far as the EOT and HOT, head of train and end of train, is concerned, this antenna, since the frequency range is not within this antenna, it probably won't pick up that signal as strong. It'd probably work, but the signal wouldn't be as strong. Now, as far as the battery itself is concerned, this is actually the battery that came with the radio. It's just your typical BL5 Baofeng battery. I have not tried it yet. I haven't really used this radio a lot. I plan to use it on the next fan trip and see how long it lasts. But I was told, or I read on Amazon rather, that the standby time on this battery is supposed to be around 24 hours. I have never rail fanned 24 hours, at least recently, so I'm not exactly sure if that's true. But it's a 7.4 volt 1800 milliamp hour battery. You can see it's branded Baofeng on the back and, well, the front and the back of the battery. So yeah. Here's the secondary battery that you can get. Now this actually came separately from the radio itself. This was a gift from Mom for Christmas this past year. This is a BL5. It says BL5 on the label, but this is actually a BL5L technically. You can see it says capacity 3,800 milliamp hours. I'm not sure exactly if that's true because I haven't tested it yet, but I read on Amazon that the standby time on one of these is supposed to be around 60 hours, so roughly about 2.5 times the capacity of this one. You can see that it's definitely larger, and when you place it on the radio itself, it does snap into place. One downside is it does make the radio a little bit bigger, although that can be an upside as well because it gives you more of a grip. Doesn't make the radio that much heavier, but yeah. Another thing I really like about this battery pack is also, I think you could probably see that little port right there. There's a USB connector that you can put right here into the side here. I'm not sure exactly what size this connector is, but you can put that right into the side here. On the other end is a USB, and there's a light inside of this port. While it's charging, it's red, and then when it's done, it turns green. Now what you can do is you can use either a 110 USB to 110 flip out plug like this, charge it into just your typical outlet, which is nice, or this is a power bank. This is, a cheap power bank, but it works. It's an on power bank from Walmart, and as you can see, it's glowing red, so it's charging. So pretty cool. And when that's done charging, that will turn green, and that's how you know it's done charging. Like I said, I have not used this battery pack, and see, it just turned green, so there you go. So I have not used this battery pack to know for sure if it really lasts 60 hours on a full charge, but there you go. So that's pretty cool because you can actually charge it on the go. So just wanted to show you the accessories that you can get for this radio as well. I used it to listen to some of the trains while I was in the hospital because the ex-Southern was right down below. Even though I was in the hospital and it was a dead zone, still got really good reception, and it did well. So my next railfan trip, I definitely intend to use this radio. So again, this is Joey from Class J Video Productions, and I'll see you on the next railfan trip. And thank you for watching.